Okay, welcome back, folks. We have an update to Pioneer in which the developers have finally supposedly fixed some bugs and the server stability issue. So today we're going to be taking a look at the other half of the demo that we didn't get to see prior to that and doing an update video for that. As we're getting started here, I want to thank you guys very much for coming back to the channel. Or if you're new here, my name is Gumurak, and I spend time playing games so that you don't have to, so I can give you a consumer point of review. Previously, where we left off was the inability to be able to load the town, and I had used trailer footage because I didn't record the intro because I thought I was going to be able to come back around and replay it. Sadly, that's not even the case still now, even after they fixed the servers. Now, normally when I come across a title that I think needs a lot more work, when I play a little bit of it before I decide if I'm going to do a review on it or not, I don't do the coverage at all because I would rather highlight games that people want to see, even if I have bad things to say about that game. In this particular case, I can't find a logical reason why anybody would want to play this. Between all the hype that's been for this game over the years, there was a lot of high expectations on the company to make a very high-end product because that's the way they presented it to everybody and the way that it was supposed to come out, as a shooter, action, RPG, MMO style game. Now, needless to say, I am being a bit harsh on the game because obviously it's just the demo. But the demo is the very first look of your game that you're going to get. But the demo also kind of sets the pace for what you can expect from the developer. There's a lot of examples of other games that we've seen in which they have come out or did a demo and it was really rough, and then obviously they polished it further as they went along. However, in this particular instance, the polish is going to be a lot of tremendous work. This game feels completely unbaked to me. Putting the server stability issues to the side, what you have is a game that's being marketed towards the public as being a co-op shooter, which is the one thing you cannot do in this demo whatsoever. We had so many issues just trying to send friend requests and being able to invite each other that eventually it boiled down to the only way we could do it was if we could see ourselves in the same instance, and then we can examine each other and then send a friend request from there. But even then, we were unable to get into a co-op game together. Since we were unable to get into a co-op game together, we decided to peruse around the town and see if there were other things that we could find to get ourselves into, including talking to some NPCs that are clearly made with AI, or at least have some kind of AI-generated script that is being read off.
Oh, holy raven god. Don't say it! I will transfer the entire batch to Tapor's safekeeping, and he will have to find his own pills, that old Siberian schmuck. Yes, okay. My name is Ardana. You can come visit anytime to get some herbs and medications. Returning to your question, that is correct. I can give you some first aid kits and a couple of my potions.
Since the game is being developed by a Russian developer, it's probably done in Russian, and then they didn't have English translators, so they depended on AI to assist with that. It's a cost-effective measure, but it does make the characters seem pretty lifeless. After bumbling our way through town and talking to all the NPC characters and seeing if there's anything else that we can get into, we started to notice that there were some areas that were kind of shut off to the public, but you could still take a look at them if you jumped up onto the fence line and walked down to it, which you can clearly see where the developers developed the map, but because it was not meant to be seen by human eyes, it's just sitting there floating because you're seeing the actual edge of the map design itself. We eventually gave up and went into our own separate raids, and you can actually see the first raid down in the walkthrough section of my videos. If you take a look at my channel, you'll find it there, and I'll try to put a link to it down in the description down below. Once I got myself into a raid, it was apparent that the AI was going to be designed just like the characters in town, and they're going to be rather bland and just follow the standard path and rush you and even be funneled through hallways because they have no intelligence to them and no different states whatsoever. On top of that, in like old school design, you can even tell where the spawn points were going to be because they used static meshes that had just cover over them like you would see in like a factory, and you can walk right into them. It was clearly where they were spawning from. Once you saw that, you were able to see those spots and just immediately camp them and shoot them as they were coming out. If this is the way that they're going to be implementing their NPCs, it's a pretty horrible way of doing it. I struggled with coming up with the idea of actually putting up this review because I honestly don't have a good thing to say about the game except for maybe that the atmosphere is beautiful and even some of the scenery when you have the special effects is good. But the game has a long way to go. So much to the point that it almost turned me off to ever seeing anything else from this title in the future. But then again, we are only looking at a demo, which is kind of harsh, so I'm hoping the team puts in a lot of polish. And the AI is definitely going to need an overhaul. But I would say the worst thing after getting through the raid and dealing with the town before going any further in the game, I just lost so much interest that I completely uninstalled it altogether. And that wasn't on the basis because the game had bad design or things that I had a problem with it, because I've played worse games than that. It was on the basis that the game currently, in its current state, just bores the hell out of me. What it does, it doesn't do any better than any other genre that it's pulling from. If I wanted to play Tarkov, I would just play Tarkov. And if I wanted to play Stalker, then I would just pull out Stalker and play it. It doesn't do anything better than those two games which pull most of its design theory from. And if you're going to pull in different genres as your design theory for your game, it has to do something better than at least the quality of both of those games combined. Sure, it doesn't have to be a rock solid hit, but the core principle design has to at least work and not look like it was made by me following some tutorial from Unreal Sensei. For now, I'm suggesting to my viewers to pass on the demo because at the current time and the amount of problems that the game has, you're just going to be winding up wasting your time. If you're truly interested in this title, I'm going to tell you to at least let them cook, because hopefully they're able to iron out the issues and polish the game up, and then later you'll get a wonderful title. But now the demo will sour your expectations of this game, and it will completely ruin any chances of you thinking that you're going to play this in the future. If you're interested in it, just don't fucking touch it. Thank you guys for taking the time to check out my video and looking at the others that I put up throughout the week as we kind of chipped away at this demo and waiting for them to figure out the issues. If you like this video and you think I helped save you a little bit of time from seeing it, or you found it informative, hit the subscription button and the bell notification to know when I put up new videos. And if you like this particular video, go ahead and hit a thumbs up on it or a thumbs down and leave a comment, as it greatly supports the channel and helps to get a video out there. Thank you very much. Peace.